Journal entry from May 2nd, 2024, by Alisia Sanchez. So much has happened. I don't know where the fuck to even start. There was a big protest for Palestine at school. Nothing's made me feel more motivated, hopeful, or inspired in a long, long time. I've never seen anything as beautiful as I did during my time in the camp. Persistence despite fear. Protecting each other in every sense of the word, emotionally, physically, spiritually. People checking in on others as they pass them in the hall, singing and dancing and celebrating. Public art. So much public art. So many messages needing to be shared. Shared finally. On dumpsters and picnic tables and buildings. Signs of the potential for a new world. Mutual aid. Mutual care. All on one level. No hierarchy. People cleaning up together, cooking together, hot food whenever you needed it or wanted it, for anyone. Homeless allowed, drugs allowed, no cops. Altars and offerings and prayers, paint and signs and portraits, chalk and hacky sack and wonder. Community and connection and resilience. I can't believe I got to be a part of and witness something so dang special and beautiful. The journalists were there, but they weren't really there. They weren't walking to the restroom at 3 a.m. and being offered a toothbrush or seeing someone vacuuming the hall or filling out the cleaning log. They don't know the utter joy that was, and that's okay. Because it wasn't for them. It was for coming together to liberate Palestine and, by extension, all oppressed peoples. I'm so amazed by the bravery, strength, and collaboration I saw take place. I have such admiration for the strength it took the students occupying Siemens to stay in there for days. And our struggles cannot even be measured against the reality that the Palestinians are living through right now and have lived through for the last 100 years. No food, no water, no stability, constant bombing. How can a world see this and look away? Our world is sick. Our collective consciousness is sick. We need each other, our neighbors next door, and our neighbors across the globe, to be okay. We are all the fucking same. It could be us. Only reason it isn't is luck. We don't matter more than them. A certain population of lives does not get to be labeled collateral damage. We do not get to excuse genocide. There is no excuse. We need to matter to each other. Jesus fucking Christ. This is basically all I've been able to think about for the past week. It's crazy because going back to normal really means going back to blind complacency, consumption, etc. It means forgetting so much of what we just witnessed to rationalize all of it. Capitalism, colonization, genocide. The fact that it's all connected. Fuck. Breaks my goddamn heart. The way we were painted as violent and dangerous is literally hilarious. Had Tom Jackson or any concerned community member been on the actual campus for a second, they would have seen the exact opposite. A cashier at Costco asked me if I was a student at Cal Poly and then told me he was so glad I was safe. LOL. Me too. Safe from the cops that don't care whether protesters live or die because property has always mattered more. I think people forget that property is replaceable. Human lives are not. That we're living in a country built on genocide, slave labor, exploitation. That none of this exists ethically, or they think that because they don't actively support those things, they're absolved from trying to change or do anything. Until we are all willing to risk something for those literally being genocided, this shit won't stop. I can't help but think about my Yurok Karuk ancestors. The fact that had they not survived the genocide that took place here, I would literally not exist right now. How many entire Palestinian bloodlines have been wiped out already? And the Wiyot people. The fact that we reside on their stolen land and act as though a performative land acknowledgement here and there is enough is justice. I don't have an answer, but I know burying our heads in the sand and calling it wellness isn't it. The people living it have no choice. They cannot turn away. Isn't bearing witness the least we can do? Western individualism wants us to believe that we can disconnect from other beings, from the earth, but we can't. And it's so disheartening hearing people's rehearsed and regurgitated 5-minute monologues about how it's just so sad and complicated for both sides without any acknowledgement of the ongoing settler colonialism that's taking place, without using the word genocide once. I really do understand feeling hopeless, powerless, but there is so much we can do. Boycott, protest, read, share information, donate, educate ourselves and others, and invest into systems other than the ones we've been taught to believe are our only options. We have to focus on that. We have to care about humanity enough to allow ourselves to be moved and transformed. I won't be the same person after this. I can't be. None of us can be. It's crazy when it sinks in, again, just how unstable and arbitrary all these systems we think of as fixed and inevitable are. When that band was playing on the side of the road in the back of the U-Haul and people driving by were honking in support. When we stood with linked arms wearing goggles and helmets. When those people in the onesies were jumping out of the trash cans, doing dance routines, pretending to sweep away the cop cars. It kind of broke my brain. I said to Jay this morning how it all sort of feels like a fever dream now. They say it half feels like that and half feels like the realest thing, maybe the only real thing we've ever experienced.